going to stand up because storytelling always feels slightly medieval to me, and that's how they used to do it. One person standing up, the bard sort of thing. So I'm going to do that. I was 5, my brother 7. He said, "I figured it out. I've been watching. I know how to drive a car." I dreamed he woke me up. We packed our cases and then drove away into the city at night. We crashed. He died. I was lost and alone. I have an underexposed image of me in my school shorts, standing by the road, holding suitcase and yellow teddy by his one round ear, knowing my life was beginning. The dream marks the moment when I realised my safety at home and began to understand how terrifying it is to be independent. The world appeared to me then, and my brother led me into it and abandoned me at the dawn of my own age of discovery. My brother got lost in Harrods. He disappeared on Tooting Common. He sent his BMX where others feared to ride. He got sent from London to the North Norfolk coast, alone, by train, and didn't make the Norwich connection. The police went looking for him. He was fine. He was always fine. The road came up to meet my older brother, and he was braced and ready. I had to go out and find my road. I took the trains through Ukraine and Russia, studied in Havana, motorcycled to Morocco and back. I've engineered experience where before there was innocence. It's always seemed to me that my brother had it free, didn't need to trade in anything to get his fix of existence. And yet, he says to me, when I say a story about this border crossing or that mountain path, that interesting things don't happen to him. He's got no stories to tell. Now, I can't believe that's true. 200 years ago, a seasonal traveller, Xavier de Maistre, was put under house arrest for duelling, and he wrote a travel book called Journey Around My Room. In it, he sees his bedroom from the naive eyes of a newcomer. And despite such a simple premise, it's as gripping as any story about your first boat to Africa or the Bolivian silver mines. He discovers just as much. When Shakespeare was writing The Tempest, 2 famous explorers returned. One told the truth, one told about magic and monsters. And neither one had a camera to prove anything. I'm glad of that. My brother moved to Australia last February. Half my full family's there. He's gone for good. I can't help but think of him getting lost in Harrods and never really coming back. A childhood and adolescence of adaptation to the new, constantly redefining himself in opposition to an unseen development. He's bigger and stronger than me, more practical, because he had to be. The road kept coming to him. He traded in all of his innocence and had none left to tell us stories about what he bought with it. My brother's the explorer who told the truth. I'm the explorer who dines out on magic and monsters. When we swap stories from the road, like war correspondents or veterans, we do to each other what my brother did to me when he told me he could drive. We let each other know that there are limits to our knowledge, and that these limits can be crossed. We hope to rediscover what Xavier de Maistre did on his journey around his room, a sense of wonder that's present both at home and abroad. And we hope last of all to do what the magic and monsters explorer did to Shakespeare, to inspire somebody. From some satellite location, I'm sure you can see my brother's footprints on the globe, crisscrossing with mine. I've just returned from 4 months in South America, where he doesn't have any footprints. I didn't take a camera, and I have nothing to show for the time I spent there. I haven't really started telling stories about it yet, and I wonder if that's because my brother, my older brother, isn't here anymore to compete with. I'm not saying there's only 2 types of explorer, the truthful and the magic. But without Alex around, and without any proof of what I say, I'm not sure what type of story I should be telling.
Great.